Somebody gotta say something. Podcast for the people, by the people. I'm your host, Mak Erv, aka H. Mac Brown, aka Uzi Mac. And what we gonna talk about today, which is our first episode, is self-hate. And like I like to say, self-inflicted racism. Today, we lost one of the brothers from the hip-hop community, the young Dolph. You know what I'm saying? And so it's ironic that we're going to talk about that type of stuff. But that's another form of self-hate. You know what I'm saying? Us killing each other. So, you know, when it's like the odds already stacked against us. Like I remember, you know, growing up, and looking up to black men and seeing a lot of wealthy and successful black men like that ran own stores, businesses, you know, in the 80s, late 90s. And then it comes to now, we don't own nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like really, we don't have nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like the people that did own it, like either they sold out to drug addiction, you know, fucked off the D, smoked it up. So with that being said, it's like, you know what I'm saying, how do we bounce back from that? That's another form of self-hate, like, you know what I'm saying, being an African American, and then especially being an African American man. You feel me? It's different than the, you know, than for the African American women. You know what I'm saying? Because we're like a target to each entity, from the police to different races to, you know, all kind of racially motivated groups, organizations like the Klan and all that type of shit. Right. So anyway, what I'm trying to do is bring self-awareness. So we talking about the self-hate is like gang violence, self-inflicted racism, like add up the amount, remember we was talking last time, add up the amount of brothers that's been buried from 1950 to now across the country. How many black men and women though, but really more black men. But like, just think about that number. You know what I'm saying? That's a hell of a number. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of people, man. Think about that. You know, from police brutality to self-inflicted shit. So, you know, that's basically where I'm at with it. You know, like with that brother Dolph. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that brother. I don't know none of his business. But I'm sure, you know, nothing. You know, unless you kill somebody, I don't think you deserve to be killed. Ain't no action that should be punished by death, but you taking somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like how you have 4 or 5 motherfuckers, and then out of every 5 people, 3 would be died to gun violence, or 2. So you know what I'm saying? That's it's me and you out of everybody who's sitting right there just now. So, right. You know what I mean? So what we're trying to do, you know, like I want to give awareness to the brothers about having legitimate businesses and stuff. Part of recognizing the self-hate is self-education and learning about things you don't know about as far as credit, ownership, teamwork for sure, trust, because you know trust is a big word when it comes to African Americans. We don't trust each other. Like, and then like it's funny like this. I'll show you, like
because they do so much dirty shit.
Right. I'll turn my back and let you watch my back in a war zone, but I won't show you where my safe is.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Fuck that safe. You know what I'm saying? Cause that shit, that money. I know somebody had $85,000 in a fire and burnt up. So money is like, I mean, it's a necessity, of course, but like I earn my life more than money, because I can replace the money. I can't replace my life or nobody else around me. So right. Self-hate, you know what I'm saying? Niggas gotta figure out ways to get over that hump, and I think it starts with the older dudes, like our fathers, grandfathers, that age group. Because I remember growing up and it would be like, you know, you'll do something, say you get in trouble on the other end of the block. And the neighbors see it and call your mom or grandmother. Right. And now they calling you down the block. But before you got home, the neighbor popped you, the other neighbor, because you know what I'm saying? Everybody, it took a village.
Right.
Now, it's like,
village mentality.
yeah, you do something to somebody, kid, you gonna damn near have a fight on your hands. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
sure.
And they know that, like, we was in Walmart the other day. I'm standing in line. And it's a little boy, he running through there, zigzagging around, he running around people like this man. Man, this shit is his own little jungle gym.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the black women in the line was like, "Where your mama?" and grabbed him and took him to her. Mm-hmm. Not too long after that, he was right back over there, running back around, and then ran past her and called her a loser.
Oh, what?
Right. And took off running to his mama, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's like, okay, if he acting like that at 3, no, not 3, say he's about 5. You know what I'm saying? Imagine when he get 19.
Right.
And then he gonna be calling her a bitch and, you know what I'm saying,
Exactly.
telling her what she can't,
Completely
all that. You see what I'm saying?
out.
So that's the thing, that's all, like, you know, part of that self-hate. I just like, you know, I feel like we gotta try at least. It ain't an easy fix because
Sure.
we've been so beat down, you know what I'm saying, that people don't even, like most people done gave up on it. Like, just even seeing it, because if you look at it, we don't have no more families. Like black folks, man, we used to have family households, people where it be a whole family. Now the grandmothers don't even want to watch the kids.
Yeah, that's real.
You see what I'm saying?
Grandmother's at the damn club too.
Yeah. But like some of them just ain't, you know what I'm saying, because they feel they have something, they're holding something against the mother because the mother holding something against me. So my mama, you know, I'm just using me as an example.
Right.
But you know how that be, your mother gonna have your back or your father,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Especially if it's not anything wrong that you're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like all that is a part of self-hate because it's like teaching other, like being able to be around someone else's kids. Everybody raising somebody else's kids.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody at home with the woman or the man they had kids with. But today they might have a kid by now. But you know what I'm saying? It started here. Then you got 3 or 4 baby daddies, baby mamas. Like, how do you even make a family out of that type of shit?
Right.
See what I'm saying? It's like we just been sold a whole bag of bullshit. And, I'm one of them niggas, I see through that shit. Like, I'm woke, you know, they say out of every generation, there's so many brothers that's there and know. Like, I know. You know what I'm saying? We in last place.
How do you fix that? Because the family ain't even what it used to be now with all of the different, you know, they don't even look the same no more.
Right.
Family ain't.
It's not.
It's not a husband and a wife no more. Shit. Half these families is wife and wife.
I don't even think I've seen. I haven't seen a family together, an African American family together. I say maybe 2 out of every 10 times I come out. That ain't a lot.
Mm.
But it's like you gotta think of how many women it is to men. That goes back to that number. See what I'm saying? That number of men that's been murdered, you know, whatever, died in prison. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was watching something about them trying to get Larry Hoover out of jail. And they were saying he's 71 now. You know what I'm saying? And his son, 47, he been in jail the whole time. He said he been going to jail all his life, but ain't never been to jail.
Yeah.
I said, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What a statement, you know what I mean? So that's all good, man. I'm just trying to bring some awareness to my people, man. I just feel like, you know, somebody got to do it, man. And like, cause you know, you got to think of where we at versus the people that got money and have bigger platforms and, you know, more connections to people in higher places. They're not doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what, like, or so do we sit back and just like, oh, that's the youngsters.
Right.
Ultimately, that's your niece, that's your nephew, that's who your niece gonna, you know what I'm saying, talk to, or if they in that lifestyle, they go to school or something with them, you know what I'm saying. All that shit is a breach of security, because if that shit pop off amongst innocent people, somebody innocent gonna get hurt every time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I think the only way to stop that is the older cats start tapping into these youngsters and stop being scared. You know what I'm saying? Niggas are scared. And that's just the truth. Because if niggas are scared of each other, But then, and that's really just because you can't trust, niggas don't trust each other. Like, say we going half on something, and you say, it costs $1,000. So I'm giving you $500, but you getting it for $500 and keeping your $500.
Right.
That old school shit. And then I come to find out, so that fucks it up for me and easy to do some business, because I'm like, damn, last time I did business with a nigga like this, I got this, and that's a lot of times what happened, and it don't even be the fact that, he might not even be like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, man, it's and that's stealing, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, instead of just doing legitimate business or, just being straight, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but I can't be a hypocrite, I can't, because, we come from the street life, but you always try to turn something around in the end and make sure that people get the flip side of it, like a life sentence or a casket is the only thing come out of the streets, and it's fucked up that we have to go through that shit to get that.
That's true.
Like, they can tell you as many times, like, man, you can see your homies be a pallbearer, all this shit, and still go back to that block. You know what I'm saying? Until it be you. Sadly, that's how a lot of shit play out. But I mean, we just gotta figure this shit out. I believe like more community events, and it don't necessarily have to be your community. It was kind of like what Pac was talking about back in the day about having to gain the respect and the trust from the brothers, the fathers, the uncles, in the community. So having doing security, so that people can, have a respect for them in the community. Because, when a woman got like, if a man go to prison, she feel like, you just did 15 years, I was doing this shit by myself, we don't need you. And then the kids start looking at the father a certain way. And then now it's like, the father just exiled for a mistake he made back then.
Right.
Changed his whole life and the whole dynamics of it.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, man, that has to stop. You know what I'm saying? The self-hate, ladies gotta trust black women, gotta trust black men more, and we gotta do a better job in protecting them. And that's just that's just how I look at it, how I see it at this point in my life. Because you know what I'm saying? I was hard on the female, I'm talking about old school. So but at the end of the day, that's true. Because a woman told me that, you know what I'm saying? One of my exes told me that, like, y'all will protect another race over us. I mean, not me, but you know what I'm saying?
In general.
Yeah.
Now let's elaborate on that one. What's it meant?
Yeah, well, like saying, like standing up more for like, basically like, black bitches, how niggas be about black women, like, I don't want nothing like pimps, I don't want nothing black but a Cadillac, all that old shit. But that's like a super ass put down when you look at it.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when you black as fuck and your mama black. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but it's that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? That particular one, at least, that make a nigga, because it's money involved in that.
Right.
So who makes the most? That's what that's about. But
and it come down to
So
usually
it's just and then like having more. Like I had some homies that drowned. Like we got a non-profit organization called the Ronnie Lewis Foundation. It's named after my cousin. All nuts. They got killed in Oakland. Christmas Day some years back. So yeah. So and then a couple of my homies drowned on Father's Day.
Yeah.
Like, so I said I wanted to do, like, this summer we're gonna have like swimming lessons and teaching how to rescue somebody when like in the event of drowning, because how people always say the person trying to save the person who got drowned, trying to save them.
Alright.
Yeah. So like teaching, swimming lessons, how to rescue somebody in the event of drowning. Incarcerated. Because I got homies, like, I never been to prison or none of that, you know what I'm saying? When I was, thank God, I was able to beat my cases and shit like that. But I got homies that went to prison and stuff, and one of my homeboys, B, he went to prison for like 11 years and came home, and all his family was dead. You know? So he was just like, he was like, dealing with that type of shit mentally after the fact. So that was something, and then he couldn't come home to see him buried because you have to pay the correctional officers for their time.
Mm.
So what I want to do with the nonprofit is put that in place too, as far as a fund account for brothers in prison. Like if they relatives die and they want trying to make it home and they don't have all the money, we'll put up some of the money, or half of it, or
right.
to try to help. Everybody ain't gonna get help, of course. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just not enough money. Unless somebody donate, you know what I'm saying, 100 racks. But for the most part, we'll be able to help a few people see their people home. You know what I mean? See their people, out this life. So that's just one of the things I want to do. Well, couple with the nonprofit organization, and then do the coat drives and the hygiene giveaways, food giveaways,
Right.
stuff like that. Because there's a lot of people homeless, But people I feel like people that get money and take advantage of shit being like, because I don't think everybody asks for change. It's like standing in the middle of the street.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That take, like, you could go get a job if you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Like, you gonna stand right there all day?
You can hold a sign. You can hold a sign for a company. So they pay good money.
Yeah, you can hold up that box, put it on that damn, on that truck or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like we have every reason not to do that. You know what I'm saying? All right, bro. My relatives tell me that they didn't want to walk up the stairs to deliver the shit.
Yeah, right.
So you gonna let that stop you from getting your money?
Well.
Hey, but that's the laziness. You see what I'm saying? Like the flight of stairs. That's like the one. That's like them 2 steps right there, one flight.
Seriously.
So it's just like I said, somebody gotta say something. That's what I'm doing. We talking. This ain't no show about like we ain't tripping on no guests. You know what I'm saying? This is more or less you gonna hear me. You might hear me rant one day about what's going on, how I feel about shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all from the heart. Ain't no script. Y'all don't see me holding no paper or looking in the phone. This is stuff that's on my mind. You know what I'm saying? That I think about throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? I remember I told you when we was here last week about the video about the subconscious mind. That I think a lot of people need to see that because I think it helped people understand themselves a little better. Because remember I said those times where when you were a baby to first grade, all that time with all that stuff you seen in those years, that's stored in your subconscious mind. So even though you couldn't put it together what it was or what was said, you still seen it.
Right.
And your eyes never change. They don't grow or nothing. They're the same size from birth to death. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's one of the things.
True.
So what's up with you though, man?
Shit, same old same. You know how it goes, so.
Alright.
Just maintaining.
Yeah, that's all we can do. But yeah, that's it.
It's rough out here.
Man, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's not like, one person ain't ever built nothing.
That's real.
And if he did, it took his ass forever. You know what I'm saying? We need teams of people that help educate. Like I said, start with the older people instead of like looking down on us because we like our music loud or because we wear a lot of gold or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? Older people need to stop that because that's like that Willie Lynch shit. That's like dividing on age and gender. Like you prejudice on age against your own people. Because you feel, because you went to the Navy or somewhere, I mean, that ain't everybody's lane. And everybody's life is meant to play out for them, not for you. Like, I can't walk in my shoes to please you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we please ourselves by doing the things that we manifest. And people just gotta get that shit, and start like really thinking like motherfuckers don't be having nothing. Conversation, get on the phone, so they ain't got nothing to talk about.
Right.
It's like, what you calling me for? You know what I'm saying? It's just to hold the phone, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how far your mind is expanded. It won't even let you grasp hold of the concept.
Right. So where do people start at though? Where does it all start?
It starts with admitting that there's a problem. Admitting it.
Right.
Admitting that we have an issue on our hands.
Right.
I was told that's the first way to start any type of recovery process is admitting whatever it is wrong within yourself. You gotta admit it first.
Sure.
If you don't admit it, then you're in denial about, because I talked to one of my folks, he just had every excuse or reason and justification. I had to stop him like, man, look, let's stop bullshitting, man. Like, that's not, like you can say all that, that's cool, but we know that's not how they go. You know what I'm saying? That's not what, like, you get the money, you can say, motherfucker have $100,000 in there, and all these plans before he got the money. When he got the money, then went missing and then came back broke. I mean, what we gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then mad at you because you still got some money.
Right.
Like, that's just crazy, but like I said, it starts with yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, look into the mirror, look into yourself, ask yourself who you are, look at your family tree, look at the people that raised you. They said that the company you keep basically is how far you gonna go. You know what I'm saying? And as far as with if you have any goals or dreams, you gotta get around people that's like-minded, that has the same shit, or you ain't gonna get nowhere, because the people that's around you already, they not like that, or you'd have been there.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers then they kill themselves racing to another job, but with their own shit, they just wake up in the afternoon. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the same. Like, black folks, we don't honor ours the same as we honor others. Like, you work for Pepsi, you gonna run, you make sure you're not gonna be late.
Right.
But if you work for me, you gonna come in late, or you know what I'm saying, or sometimes it don't even be purpose, you know what I'm saying? But I would go to work late, I ain't give a shit, I come late to whatever job, man. Hey, man, I was late, I'm late. I mean,
yeah, nothing else you can do.
like it's already, it's only like 10 minutes, sometimes you get a grace period, but anyway, that's where it starts though. It starts with self, admitting whatever your flaw is, and then from there correcting that, make a plan, short-term goals, long-term goals, write it down, cross it out or erase it off the board as you go, and and then from there it'll start coming to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The energy, you'll pull it, it'll start pulling. Like this, when I met you at the other office, that was my first time ever coming to the office.
Right.
And that day we sealed that deal, me and Eve. See what I'm saying? So it's like, cause I knew what I was coming into. Y'all trying to get there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They was still pushing. I'm still pushing. Why wouldn't I? And I know what's up with bro, you know what I'm saying? Like he knows what's up with me. So it wasn't no question about what we gonna do. It's about getting it done. So like I said, start with yourself. Ask yourself, why am I so angry? Why am I this? Why am I that? You know what I'm saying? And then you'll start getting some answers. But you just gotta start from that. And it, like I said, it come to you.
Right.
And that's that, man. And then you'll be able to say something, you know what I'm saying, once you figure out and tap into the ancestors and you gotta be tapped into the frequency. See, people don't even know, man. I'm on some whole, I ain't even on the same wavelength as niggas. When it comes to creativity and different shit, I'm way different in a different lane. I'll probably in the future somewhere. For real.
You say that?
Cause it's just like being different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Standing, like just being you. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, it ain't too many brothers out right now. Everybody is trying to be something they not. Like when it comes to music, I'm saying, like, you don't have nobody just stepping out the box being this type of artist. You know what they're saying about the conscious shit and all that. But it don't necessarily have to be conscious music, but just stop talking about killing so much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because what you think you're gonna get. That's another form of self-hate. They gonna put that shit out. They don't care. They gonna let it get out to the masses because it's doing their job for them. You know what I'm saying? Even if the motherfucker cutting the check is of color than us, he might be cool with us when we in here doing this shit. But at the end of the day, motherfucker ain't cool with us. This is a business relationship.
Right.
As soon as that shit starts slowing down and the sales don't, you know what I mean? You're not the main concern anymore. It's who's selling the most, who get putting up the most scores, like sports.
That's like any corporation, though.
Yeah. But when it comes to music, it's more, especially rap, is more. There's never been a lot of other races in rap. And you get a white boy that get accepted every 20 years. Who was the first in the art? Vanilla Ice.
I don't know, there's a lot of white boys out there now.
Third base.
It might have been like that, but shit, there's a lot of white boys.
Now. But how many of them really tight though?
I don't know, a lot of them tight.
I know what's the name tight. I ain't gonna lie. That one nigga with the curly hair.
Who's that?
What's his name? You gotta go.
Oh, Jack Harlow.
Him.
Him. G-Eazy.
Oh yeah, G-Eazy.
Him, what do you call it? Bubba Sparks.
Yeah,
Bubba Sparks was good.
He was sick, yeah. I remember. Third base. Paul, yeah. Shout out
some
to
good
Paul.
white boys. The niggas have to show and prove usually.
Yeah.
Let them slide in there.
Yeah,
if they're not good, they don't make it.
They had to put their work in. You ain't lying.
There's some white boys in there doing.
But
I don't think they really know what I'm saying. I don't know. They say Eminem's the biggest selling rapper of all time, right?
Eminem is?
No, I'm just
I
asking.
thought they said Drake.
Oh, it could be Drake. Could
They
be.
said Drake passed up the Beatles and Michael Jackson.
Yep.
So I think it's him.
It could be.
That's crazy though, boy. That's crazy right there. But so yeah, y'all. Self-hate. Get that, you know what I'm saying? Like, get that out your blood. Like, don't be a hater. Like, don't let your family or whoever, pass judgment on somebody that you got love for. Don't let them turn you into them. You know what I'm saying? Because some people they miserable. They don't. Like, I seen somebody fuck somebody, mess up their daughter's life. And like, you ever heard like somebody like purposely sabotaging
Right, yeah.
they people?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's like now, that person is lost.
That's real.
And you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy that that you can let somebody else do that. Like,
Trauma.
you only live one time. So like, you don't have nothing to nothing. Just young years and then just blank. Nah. That ain't it. We gotta get better than this. But the reality of it is, we might not see it. But we gonna keep pushing towards it.
Right.
And that's why the company is Define Relay. The clothing line, like it's Gankmo University, but it's Define Relay because the definition of relay is to pass on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we passing on. So wherever we leave off, hopefully somebody will pick it up and keep on running. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like when the shit happened with the Panthers in them days, nobody picked it up from there.
Mm-hmm.
They got scared. Because nobody want to get killed. They looked at that shit like they killing them.
Right.
Same like now. And that shit made motherfuckers scared. And don't want to speak up. Like I seen Kanye on an interview, and he said, it was recent too, he said that's the only thing. He said niggas we got all that money. He said it's a lot of scary niggas in the industry. You know what I'm saying? That's rich. And just won't speak up because they don't want to fuck up a business, a contract for some millions or something.
Right. Of course.
I mean, but if you're already rich, goddamn.
Shit, don't nobody want to lose millions. Who want to lose some millions?
No, it ain't no million. No, it's not even like millions that you had already. I'm just saying, like you already up 80 M's or something like.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get it though. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, you just can't stop. You know what I'm saying? It becomes an addiction at saving money after a while.
Mm-hmm.
If you can save.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the best thing I think to do. You know what I'm saying? Is it took me a long time to save money.
Mm-hmm.
But when I learned, I stacked it up. Shout out to City D too. He told me one time. And he told me my macking was cracking, but my stacking was lacking.
Hell no. True that.
Man, that shit ain't never left my mind, bro. I swear to God. I don't say we was like, man, brother bro's older brother bro from 415, the whole group. And he said, Mak Erv, your macking is cracking, but your stacking is lacking. I said, what? And then it never left my mind. Like it always played, and that shit play in my head to this day. Like nigga, now my stacking is cracking. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And my macking is cracking. The stacking ain't lacking no more. You know what I'm saying? That was in some my younger years, late 20s and shit. But yeah, man, you know, like I said, that's all we doing, man. We just trying to push forward to something positive and trying to secure the bag before it's too late, before nigga don't be leaving his people nothing. You know what I'm saying? But some bills and some heartache and sadness. You know, it is what it is, man. You know, we gonna have. I think I might bring a special guest host with me. Special guest host, just to, you know, chop it up with about some of the subjects. You know what I'm saying? They some of them might be rappers, but they're not coming on as rap guests. They're coming on as they self.
Right.
To sit and we talking about the music, or you know what I mean? We just chopping yang. That's what this is about. You know what I'm saying? Just dialogue, so y'all can get it, and then you get what you get from it every episode. Go back, play back, listen to it, and then you know when you catch me on the Talking Dirty After Dark, then you know what I'm saying. That's when you have all the we have all the fun going on. You know what I'm saying? I want to, you know, that's gonna be like a treat for the viewers. Every so many episodes, we gonna talk about it. It's dope too. Sure. But yeah, man, you know, what you got going on your shit? I know you had me on there as a guest, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just interviews, really, you know what I'm saying? I'm just tapping it up with people, just seeing what everybody doing, really.
Right, just tapping in.
Yeah, but it's simple. I don't have to too much, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
My shit's depending on whatever they doing, so I just gotta find people who doing shit.
Right. We got something going on.
Yeah.
And it'll make more sense.
See what's cracking with what they got cooking, how they making it and surviving out here.
That's right. On time, nice.
I don't think, I think I'm gonna have Ease on there this week, actually. He ain't had no interview yet, so we're probably gonna chop it up with him this Friday.
Okay.
So, yeah, artists tap in, you feel me?
Tap into the
man, the life.
XL, man.
That music life. See what make them move, see what they making moves, and how they making moves.
We gonna put the merch out. We got merch too. Bangalore University. We gonna be doing somebody gotta say something. I sent it to you too. We're doing the shirts and the hats. You know what I'm saying? Just to put something out. You know what I'm saying? While we filming and stuff. You know, then put some promotional items up on the table if we can fit them in.
True.
And you know, that's it. Like how you got the joints, you know what I'm saying? That was a dope ass idea, bro. I don't care. That's dope. It's hell. Hell yeah, that's all tight.
That's one of my late joints.
Yeah, that's tight.
Hell yeah.
I got that thing and I was gonna wear it today. I had to switch my shoes, so I was like, I'm gonna wear it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Go through my thing and shit. But I've just been cooling, man, trying to, you know, get some more information to share with the people.
Right.
So when I come back next week, I'm gonna have a little more info to to drop on y'all, so y'all can some stuff that I'll look up and give y'all some links and shit to get to some online banking, business banking, how to get a employer identification number, how to build a credit if you don't have none, what to do to get to start establishing credit, all that type of stuff.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Sound like a damn
I
thing.
try to do something for the people, man.
Sound like a good thing.
We gonna do it.
Bluetooth, I think we just lost. Yeah, alright.
I have my artist Mario. I might have Mario here. OTK 4K. I might have him on here in a couple weeks. When this project, he got a mixtape he gonna drop. So when that drop, we'll probably do a listening episode or something.
True.
That's what I want to do in here. I just tapped the mic.
Yeah.
That's how you know we live.
Alright.
Yeah. So that's that's basically it, man. We just chopping it up, man. And then I think we're gonna go in on lies next week. You know what I'm saying? The truth and the lies. Basically like what we being sold. Because I noticed everything that we've been told was, at least from my own research, everything we was told that was bad was actually good. From the Wahoopies.
Like what?
Like I said, from the Wahoopies, that's another name for it.
Okay.
But what I'm saying, they say, everything that's white is good, like the angel's fruit cake, but the chocolate cake is like devil's fruit cake. Just little things like that plants a seed, like a segregation in a person's mind, like this is that and this means that. Like white is pure, black is dirt, or dark. So we can get over that because actually, white is a nice color, but we're not black. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the thing. Your hat is black.
Yeah.
My shirt is black, but my skin ain't black.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? So we just to tap in on some more of that shit, healthy stuff. Cause I'm still trying to start eating meat. I've been doing a good job this week too. But that's what's really killing the people. Cause I was shopping at the Chinese store and the lady gave me some tea. Yeah.
It's
Bust a freestyle for y'all. I might on the other episode. I might do a freestyle every now and then. Give y'all a treat and end it with a freestyle.
True.
You know what I'm saying? When you eat for food, like with grease and stuff, when you drink a soda afterwards, it clogs your arteries and shit. So when you go to Chinese restaurants, you sit down and eat all warm stuff with your food. That's to flush it down out of your pipe, your arteries, your throat and stuff. So, if you pour oil in water, it's gonna pump up. That's what it does in the artery.
Right.
So when they give you the warm tea or the warm water, it breaks that down and digests it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'll be just doing a little research. Cause my aunt had she had a heart transplant, and that was part of one of the reasons from the clogging when she was eating greasy food and stuff like that. And we love soul food. Soul food got the most butter, grease.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why black people die the most from food. Because we need seasonings and grease.
Pig feet.
We love the leftover foods. We make a little salt all over it. As much salt as possible, please.
Right. For the whole salt.
The biggest killer of the Negroes. Salt.
That white meat.
Heart disease. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. It's just a little bit of education and pointing out some things that ain't nobody talking about. Because there's a lot of people out there that want to hear this type of stuff. And they want to say something, they just don't have the platform and know how to go about doing it, or don't have the you know, the guts to be on camera. Cause I know, like, I got a homie Maul. Shout out my nigga Maul too. He a dope ass rapper, but he just don't like he got stage fright.
Right.
So it was like, we can't put him on this song because this is gonna be one of the ones we want to do at the show. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'd be like, fuck it, I'll rap this part too.
Alright.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he was dope, but you know, there's people like that be stage fright. They can't get up in front of people or in front of a camera and knowing it's gonna be released to the public and talk about certain things. So that's what you got people like us for. You know what I'm saying?
True that.
Talk about it and let them know that somebody feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So you know what that means? That's that combination you get. And that's that Tupac combination. You know what I'm saying? Niggas need to get back on that. You know what I'm saying? They need to get back on that Public Enemy hype, that Paris hype, like, you know, like really standing and talking about this shit.
Right.
And standing up. It's a picture they got. It's 4 black men like kneeling down with the board game on their back, and this white man playing it and saying, all we gotta do is stand up. And the game is over.
That's real though.
On that one, that's the one right there, man. Stand up and the game is over. We're playing the game on our backs. So, my boy bringing a diet menu in here, like one of my episodes, you know what I'm saying, about health. I got a couple homies that chef, so we get some meal plans in here for weight loss. You know, and people want to gain weight and, you know, muscle or whatever, you know, tell you what to eat to build muscle from protein and other sources, and, you know, educate people on what they need to do to stay fit and healthy and try to live to be 80
Right.
or 90. I think my grandfather was 83 when he died. So, you know, they say you only live 20,000 some days.
Is that what they say?
Nigga, that shit sound, that sounds short as hell.
Yeah, probably is. That's why they make 20,000 days instead of telling you how many years that is.
It's like 80, I think it's 80 or something like that. If you it's like somewhere in there, 70, 80.
That's 20,000 divided by 365.
So it's
54.
more than that. So it's 20. It's more than that. It's about 29,000 or something. It gotta be 30. It's somewhere up there. You can Google it though. It'll tell you like the exact number. But they said that's the average lifespan. And I was like, damn, man, that don't sound like a lot of days.
Yeah, that was for who? Shit, not for us. Niggas dying in 20s.
Yeah. And it's like, we blessed. And I don't even like saying that. Cause God give the cards, you gotta play the hand.
True.
Like, I can't give all the credit to something I can't see, but I know the faith is there. So, you know, once the faith is there and you deliver the things you need to do to execute the plan, that's you putting in that work. You just had the pieces in the puzzle laid in front of you from the higher power, you feel me? But you have to sit down and figure it out.
Right.
So, you know, like, cause I know people leave a lot, they say, oh, we gonna just leave it up to the Lord. Black folks, we gotta get out of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you know, he don't come when you want, they say he don't come on time or something. But they say he don't come when we want, he come on time, something like that. But that's the problem, because it might not come when you want. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And by the time it comes, it might be too late, or it might be over with. So you gotta get out there and you do that shit yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna see the results of it.
True shit.
You know what I mean? So, like I said, self-hate.
Wrap it.
And we're gonna wrap it up, man. And get up out of here like last year, man. I'll be smooth. Next week, we're gonna go into the truth and the lies. And we're gonna holler about it.
For sure. The truth.
I'm back now. Get them goons out. Drop the location, time to move out. It's a full moon, bring them tools out. Headed to the murder show, gon' be a shootout.